What's good? I'm Nomad the Native, and you are tuned into The Snippet, a comfortable spot where we let the art spark the conversation. I link with artists, and we take a deep dive into the emotions and context that drive our creativity. So, join us as we connect, collaborate, and converse here on The Snippet. What's good? It's Nomad the Native. I'm your host. I'm a rapper. I'm that guy. What it do? And today I got my friend Black Assets in the building.
Peace, y'all.
What's
Black
up?
here. How y'all doing?
Hey,
What's up?
Black. I feel like you have a lot of talents, a lot of skills, a lot of things that could be attached to you as labels or titles. Can you run through a few of them for me?
Yes. I like to call myself creative, a vocal visionary, an artist. But I'm a vessel, if nothing else.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, for a gift.
I love that. And in case you didn't know, you're not watching The Snippet.
Yeah.
So like, as per the name of the show, you ready for a snippet?
I'm ready. Let's get it.
What's the name of the song?
This song is called Blessed,
Mm-hmm.
off of a collaborative project between me, Black Assets, Tyler Moonlight, and Devon Danielle. Every portion of this project was collaborative. Each sound, each background vocal, each layer. It was one of the greatest projects I've ever been a part of. And this song is called Blessed. I think I've done some of my greatest writing on this piece. So, yeah.
Oh,
Let's get into it.
All right, let's get into it then. Make sure the Wonder Boom is up.
Love Wonder Boom.
Belong to me today. I'll be free today. Higher frequency. Sit my nappy and make me happy. I'm untouchable. Said I'm out chilling on cloud, now just fly me to the room. Can't worry about what they hate. I might think of what they do. 10 toes to the soil. I'm grounded from ground out to my road. Nothing in my way now. It can never prosper.
I like the groove on that.
Yeah,
I like the
feels
groove
good.
on that. That
Feels
sounds nice.
good. Feels good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So, what was that song about? What was? I mean, obviously being blessed, but like, can you put me in the mind state of where you were going with that song?
I was trying to keep my sanity in one of the most chaotic times in my life. And so I had to affirm my safety, affirm what I know, reconnect to a source. And so that's what happened with that song. I was listening to Burna Boy all summer or during that time. So that aha just kept hitting me. But, I wanted to say that I could rise above. I tell people that all the time. And I needed to prove it to myself.
Mm-hmm.
And that was one of the times where the words just came. I was just following the pen. So with this project, it was perfect to place it there.
I feel that. I really appreciate how you use the word like connect with source.
Mm-hmm.
But like when I've seen you perform, when I listen to your music, it feels like an act of connection. It feels like an act of connection, like with the audience,
Mm-hmm.
with the people that you're performing with.
Mm-hmm.
So it's nice to know that you also use it to connect with self
Mm-hmm.
and affirm yourself,
Mm-hmm.
because that's relatable.
Yeah.
That's relatable. So I got a question. One of my questions has to do with the fact that I've seen you at poetry slams. I've seen you open and host poetry events. A lot, like as you're performing on stage, you're doing poetry in the midst of your singing and instrumental playing. So like, how much does poetry impact your art, your songwriting, your music?
I write, and when I first opened my voice, it was the song. When I first recited something I wrote, it was a poem.
Mm-hmm.
And so I grew up listening to Def Poetry Jam and watching Jill and Erica go on there and say their pieces, and it comes from like this era and this
I remember
energy, that neo soul era, it's incense on the stage. So it's like my voice has always been a thing. You ask my mom, and she said as soon as you started talking, it started to shake the table. And so my voice has always commanded a thing. And so my source and my route was through poetry. I was so connected to those platforms. And yeah, it's just, to me, it was the tool that started this, or this vehicle. It definitely started my engine. Poetry is a huge part of what I am. I had to learn how to write music because I was so wordy from writing poetry. It's like that doesn't fit.
Yo, I can relate.
This
Wait a
don't
minute.
fit in the song. Yeah. So.
Yeah, like you find yourself having to like clip down syllables because it's like, all right, these words don't all fit in this bar.
This is one little piece of simple hook they asked for, and you
got so much to say.
You're talking about you can't hit people over the head like this. Calm it down, just 2 notches, baby, or switch the flow up, make a new way. Yeah, do something.
Hey yo.
So, yeah.
So look, we're gonna play a game. It's a word game, and it's real easy. It's real easy.
Okay.
It's real easy.
Let's do it.
We're gonna play a test round just so I can get you like acclimated to how to play it. Okay.
Okay.
All right. So, see, there's different letters on the thing.
I do.
The topic is gonna be fruits for this test round. It's gonna be fruits.
Okay.
All right. So, limes. Boom. And then you hit this, and now you have 10 seconds to hit a letter. And you know what I mean, say a fruit. And
Any
we're gonna
letter?
go back and forth. Yeah, any letter, any fruit.
Watermelon.
And you gotta hit the jump. You good. All right.
Oh, I gotta hit it before that bell
yeah,
goes off?
you gotta hit it before the bell
Okay,
goes off.
now I know what to do.
All
Let's do it. Let's do
So
it.
let me see. Orange.
All right, apple.
Durand.
Banana.
Pears.
Tamarind.
Let me see. Grapes. Ooh. My
Mango. Ooh.
God. Kiwi.
And then
What had happened was,
and then the fruit that I
Gotcha.
chose
Gotcha.
was too delicious to say on the show.
Word.
I didn't even want to
Word.
give that to y'all, and I
Yeah.
wanted you to win because this is your platform.
You know what?
I respect
You are so
I
generous.
respect you. I
You
respect
really
you.
are.
And
I
you're
appreciate it. I
You're
appreciate
welcome,
it.
King. You're welcome. It's your show.
All right,
You
so
know me. Come out here and beat you at your own game. Nerve me.
All right, so we're gonna do this one more time, right?
go.
This is the real
was
round.
fun.
That was the test round.
That was fun.
This is the real round, okay? So, words that describe your music and artistry.
Ooh.
All right, you ready?
Okay.
I'm gonna let you start.
My work is abundant.
Your art is passionate.
Timeless.
Your work is loving.
Classic.
Your art is relational.
Where's my V?
Ain't no V,
My art
ain't no V.
is fruitful. I can't find my V.
Your art is great.
My art is demanding.
Your art is wondrous.
My art is healing.
Your art is inspiring.
My art is soulful.
Your art is nice.
My art is beautiful. Bold.
Bold. Okay. Your art is everything.
My art is... it can be oppositional.
Your art is majestic.
My art is kind at times.
Your art is just.
Lovely.
Hey.
Yeah, I like that. That was
There we go, there we go,
yeah,
there we go.
Wagwan. Period.
That was
Love
fire.
that. That's dope.
Should we get this prop up out of here? My guy, I appreciate
prop.
you.
That was fun.
Yeah. Yeah, so, yeah, I think you said a couple of things, and I want to get into it.
Let's do it.
Here we have
Abundant, fruitful,
oppositional.
opposition. Yo, I really like that one. I really like that one. Can you tell me, like, how is your art oppositional?
It's just not what everybody wants to hear all the time. It won't always make you feel. It'll make you feel good from sound and from that feeling in your stomach, but a lot of times it's the opposite of what the world wants to hear. It won't coddle your emotions. It won't always be easy. Sometimes you're going to hear every piece of my ancestors in my voice, and then it's going to double down through the lyrics that I say. And it's going to make your teeth clench and your stomach turn, but that's what you should feel.
Well, damn. Fruitful.
I manifest a lot of my dreams in my lyrics. And I speak to what I feel and see that no one else can. And so I feel like every time I sing, I affirm, I manifest, I multiply, those dreams. And also in my works, it's fruitful for a lot of my collaborations. It's always a me-we mentality. It's always a collaborative mentality. My name is Black Assets. I'm never alone, even when you think I am. So I think it's fruitful for my future, for those around me.
I respect that.
For my people, for sure.
All right,
Yeah.
all right.
Yeah.
Thanks for playing that with me,
That was
because
fun. I
that was
like
the first
that
time I did that, and that went really well.
That was
You
a
killed
good
that.
game. That was a good game. Yeah, cool concept.
So in talking about the fruitful nature, you mentioned community, you mentioned collaborators, and talking about Blessed and
Oh,
the project
yeah.
that it was on that just came out, right? Like that came out this year, didn't it?
Yeah, that was this year, early this year.
So like that was a collaboration, and I've seen you in a lot of like creative community, and I wonder how important is creative community to your art, and also like is there anybody specifically that you feel like, yo, these are the core people that prop my music up or prop my artistry up?
Community is something that's a part of my work. It goes hand in hand, even before I could identify that was the word for it. I think one of my first experiences just in being in community and creating creative community was like remembering when my grandmother and my mother and them used to have rent parties back in the day, and they would come. My grandfather, at no point in life was there not music flowing in my space. My grandmother hummed while she sang. So we used to have these shindigs. We had to go in the back, and they would be in the front room, got the records on. It's just energy flowing, and there's a pot, and there my granny cooked food, but there was a pot that put up for the rent if you didn't afford it. So when I was going to college, we couldn't afford to make our stuff. All of our friends are musicians or creatives. I was like, yo, everybody come over, bring your stuff, bring some food, chill, and let's just make, let's create, let's be. And we asking for donations to help with the rent. And next thing you know, it started this thing that was healing for folks. So we just all come together. It's like, oh, I just wrote this, or I got this going. I just want to play. I just want to sing. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is what's going on. And then it evolved. And whoever needed the pot took the pot. And to me, that's how you be in community. And that's how you be artists.
Yeah.
We creative, so let's create our own way. For me, I could not fit a A&R meeting's physical description. I could not fit a record label's fit and description. I've been to so many, but it's always, you want to be the face? You want to do this? It's like, so I'm going to create my way. And in creating my lane, you need to know who's great at videography. You need to know who's great at playing instruments. What's your strong suit? I'm a pianist. I'm a, saxophone. Like, find your community and find their strengths and amplify them. And work together. Help people recognize how strong their gifts are. And in that, you build your community naturally. And I don't know, it's a huge part of what I do. I don't think I would be who I am without my community. I know I will always be Black, but it wouldn't feel the same.
I feel that.
Yeah.
I feel that. I've seen how your art touches and connects with other artists around you. So it makes sense that pouring into each other without each other, that context is completely gone. So
it's like you've been on stage and you hear the keys hit or the guitar hit and it just triggers something else in your mind. It's like I wasn't even writing this before, and then it's like, oh, wait a minute, this harmony would hit crazy right there.
Yeah.
Or I'm about to mimic the way the sax just came across, and next thing you know, we're going back and forth with each other. It's like that's community. That's live community. Ain't nothing like that.
Yeah, I resonate with that a lot. Like everything from everything from getting any single record done for me is a collaborative effort. Everything from that to this, like doing this podcast and having homies that are willing to like invest with me to create this, like it's all community. Having you here, that's community. So
go fast.
I can relate. If you want to go fast, go alone. If you want to go far, go together. Yep.
Oh yeah, I keep that around. Yeah.
That's stuck in my head.
Yeah.
That's stuck in my head a lot. Okay. You anybody that's seen you perform live has seen how passionate you can be in the midst of performing. Where does that come from? Where does that passion stem from?
I don't know, honestly. It's a feeling. I don't know. I never been asked that question. I've never thought about it. But I would think that it would be from like the Southern gospel or the choir. I would see the way Mahalia Jackson sing. I would see the way the chapel, the women in the chapel would sing when they would sing some of the songs. You know, my Aunt Thelma, my grandmama. Seeing their faces and what came out of their body and what exuded from their facial expressions, from their body language. I don't come from a people that's, just quiet and peace. I come from a people that just holler. You wail out, and sometimes that's the only way the pain gets out. Sometimes that's the only way the peace comes, And so I think just being a part of that culturally, it comes out. It's something I can't really articulate too well. But it comes out.
Yeah, it definitely comes out.
Yeah.
I've realized that sometimes it's like tapping into a source that you don't necessarily have control over or you don't necessarily have influence. It's just you can direct it, you know what I mean? You can figure out how you want to engage with that thing and showcase it, but some things are just in you.
Facts.
It's just in you.
Of you, for sure.
Of you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See your makeup.
Okay. I've listened to a lot of your music and there's a lot of like love in there. There's a lot of love in there.
Yeah.
And some like and like I'm sure that there's like romantic as well as platonic as well as familial love. Like what impact do your relationships have on your music?
I hate the impact that has on my music.
Please tell me more.
I wish it would not. I want to be one of those artists that doesn't have to write about love. But it's just like my last project, OTR on the Road, was just this culmination of just like, I like to say love experiences, ones that I was going through myself, but just amongst my friend groups, amongst like my encounters. I was on tour and people were telling me about their experiences. And I remember one song I wrote, it was Love in 2032. It was from like the perspective of like being cheated on, being the person that wants to get back into it, being a person that was like queer but also straight, like and it's just like they would flow with each line, and it's like, girl, this ain't even, what is this? But it came, and I'm just like, I let it come, and I don't know. Sometimes I don't want to argue. I just go and be like, and it'll be a song, or like inspirations in love, post love. It's just one of my greatest influences. I love love. I've been blessed and I've been loved on every aspect of that, and it's a driving force in my life for sure.
I love that. I love that. Like we were listening to on the road like
Yeah.
before you came in, and like there was an interlude where like somebody was talking about love. You had another person talking
Yeah.
about love.
It was like, you know how Lauryn Hill did the joint on Miseducation? That's what I wanted to do
Yeah,
back. Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
it was well done. It was
Oh,
it was well done.
thank you.
I
I
like
love that
I like the
project.
vibe of that specific interlude had like a nice vibe to it.
Yeah, it was just cool. It was like, damn, 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 damn,
Yeah.
damn. I was like, yeah,
Wait,
let's just talk, y'all. What
I'm
is
about
it?
wait a minute. I'm about to look it up just so I can shout out the song because you're not about to have me halfway about
They're
it.
like love interludes. It's one from Cam, one from Imani, and one from Jazz, I think.
I think it's the one. What's Love Cam?
Yeah, what's love?
Yeah,
Cam? It was like, yeah, love is a lot.
that jump.
I ain't even gonna hold you.
Yeah, I like that one like specifically. But yeah, man.
Shout out to Cam. Yeah, Cam and Cam.
Hey, I'm gonna put this down
Oh wow.
and I'm gonna let you pick it up,
Yeah.
and then we just go from there.
Okay.
ready?
I'm ready. Let's see. Let's see. Let's slide that little thing in there. Yeah. All right. Flip it over.
Flip it over. What do you have to say to that person?
What's good, shorty? How you doing? I would say get ready for a world of change. And it's okay. Because it ain't nothing you can do about it anyway. That's what I would say.
Get ready for a world of change, and it's okay.
Change, and it's okay. It is okay. I would tell this person to hold on to this, you know, because your gift is gonna be a light through it for sure.
Hey,
Yeah,
I love that.
yeah.
I love that. I remember meeting you around that
Wow,
time.
that's crazy. Can the people get this?
Yeah, they
I don't know
they
if y'all
gonna
can
see it
see
for
this.
sure.
But if y'all can, boy, this was an error.
That was at one of the living room social events.
Yeah, this is the social. A lot of living room social, boy. Shout out to the living room social. That's dope.
Hey,
Y'all so thoughtful. This is cute.
try to be, you
This
trying
is
to be.
intentional. Period.
Thank you. I feel like as artists doing what we do, like intention means a lot.
Oh yeah.
Like crafting our art, presenting it. You know what I mean? like
People don't understand.
You have to be intentional on multiple levels, and sometimes we fall short,
Oh yeah.
and it's frustrating.
Oh yeah.
But it's a beautiful thing to like craft something with your heart, or you know what I mean, with like.
It's hard because it's like your heart will lead you, but execution is a thing too. You know, earlier we talked a bit about perfection, and like I'm a competitor, always have been.
Really?
And I'm not like competing with the world. I'm competing with like my plan. I had a plan, and I want to execute this plan to the best of my ability, no matter what.
I feel that.
So when I don't meet the marker, I'm very disappointed. Okay, very disappointed. So I definitely get what you're saying.
relate.
You know,
I can relate.
but sometimes well done is good enough. That's another African proverb. Well
Really?
done.
Well done is good enough.
is good enough. So if I had 20 sets,
like
20
that.
songs on a set, and I only made it through 15, how were the 15 executed? You know, were they?
Did people enjoy them?
Did
Were they
people
received?
enjoy? What was it felt?
I'm gonna pause you real quick.
Yeah.
Rap, can you shift your? Yeah, we're seeing light in your sunglasses.
Okay, cool. Can I put this back here?
Yeah, for sure. We're all set.
We're good.
Yeah.
Wonderful. Yeah, that's dope. That's dope.
But yeah, so like,
I remember that moment.
I actually never heard that before. Well done is good enough.
Yeah.
I've never heard that before, but I like that. It's in direct competition with another idiom that's been stuck in my mind for years. It's probably a result of Western culture. Good ain't good enough. You know what I mean? Like good ain't good enough.
It's like I hear you.
I gotta be great. I gotta be impeccable.
Angel
I have
and
to be
devil for
beyond
sure.
reproach. But well done is good enough is much better, much healthier sounding.
Yeah, because it depends on
proverb.
what your well done was. You know, if you have that mentality, you know, good ain't good enough, then I know if I'm showing up well done, my good is probably it's different from some.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
So I could have did exceptional work, and that's not enough for me.
That's not good.
But if
It's
you're
not good
looking at
enough.
the world, it's spectacular.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know,
Yeah,
well done
but
is good enough.
if it's well done,
You can still breathe another day to do it, too.
mm-hmm.
You have another opportunity to hit it again. You learn the lessons from it. You made your 4th mug. You know, you're not just working on that one. You know, so, yeah. I mean, well done is good enough. But I
respect
have moments where I go between both of those things.
Yeah. It's not easy.
Mm-mm.
It's not a forgiving ideology. Good ain't good enough is not a forgiving ideology.
Yeah, man. But to be black, to be creative, it ain't. And a lot of times it tells us that. But you just gotta keep going,
Yeah.
regardless. That's what I hold true to.
I think as long as it's not crushing you, I think that's what's important. As long as, you know what I mean, if good ain't good enough is what drives you, as long as that it's not crushing you, where like you're going crazy over it,
Yeah,
then cool, because that just means, all right, we're gonna keep working until we get good enough.
been there.
But yeah. So with that being said, I think this interview was very well done.
Oh, lovely.
I think your appearance on this show is very well done.
Thank you for having me. It's an honor and a privilege for sure.
I appreciate you.
Mm-hmm.
And I hope we get to chop it up some more. We need to like actually just kick it in general.
I love how in a few different variations of your lives, I've stumbled upon your journey. It's been interesting and super inspiring to see. I definitely wish you hella abundance as you continue. It's been great to see you evolve, though. Truly, I love the work, dynamics, the drive. A lot of us have been coming along this journey for a long time. You've seen a lot of our colleagues stop. You know, life gets heavy.
Yeah.
You know, responsibilities get heavier. And dreams, unfortunately, some dreams die. But it's always refreshing to see the dream is still dream and still hustle and put that engine, that fire behind it. So I respect it every time I run across you. It's always great company. It's always good energy and hella inspiring. So please keep going. Please keep going.
The dream lives over here.
Yeah, let's go. Same. It ain't stopping.
The dream lives over here.
Don't stop.
Hey, thank you for coming out. Can I get a little, like right here with the camera? Can I get a little?
Oh yeah, for sure. You know, we gotta keep that energy heavy, baby. Period.
Hey yo, thank you for coming through. Thank y'all for tuning in. This was the Snippet. Peace.
I'll be free today. Higher frequency. Sit my nappy and make me happy. I'm untouchable. Said I'm out chilling,
Hey yo, hey son, thanks for tuning in. I hope you enjoyed this episode, and if so, then comment, like, subscribe, follow, disagree, whatever. I mean, this is a show by the artist for the artist. So, if you want to be featured, just hit us. There ain't nothing but an email or a DM away. Until next time, peace.